Just getting finished up with washing up my '05 Heritage Softail, and I figured this would be a good time to go ahead and get the oil changed in it, get it ready for the riding season. And so come along with me and we'll show you kind of the basics of doing just a real quick oil change. Okay, so here are some of the things that you're going to need obviously for your oil change. A drip pan, of course OEM oil filter, you can see the little seal there for the drain plug, filter wrench. I also have a 5/8 socket and a torque wrench to, when I put the oil plug back in it, that it's torqued to the right specifications. So those are what you would need to do it with, and now I'll show you on the bike where it's at to be able to drain the oil. Okay, so you know where the oil tank is, obviously, and what you want to do is find out where the oil plug is going to be so you can drain the tank. And it's not a great picture, but you can see there, right there where the comes off the bottom of the oil tank going into the frame, and that's where you're going to find underneath the nut to be able to drain the oil out of the engine. So when you get underneath there, that's what you're looking for right there. There's the oil plug. You want to put your pan underneath it, obviously, and get your ratchet and turn that, let it loose and drain all the oil out of the system. Basically, I always drain the oil first, and then I go around and take the filter off and replace it as well. As you unscrew the filter from the housing there, that's what it should look like. Yeah, a little bit of oil still dripping out of that, but we'll wipe that down before we put the new filter on. When I was prepping the new filter, they recommend that you put just a light bit of oil on there just to kind of moisten the seal, so as you're tightening it down it doesn't pinch. It goes on nice and smooth. The other thing that you're going to want to do is remove the old seal from the oil plug, which I've already done. It's kind of handy to have a pick to be able to pull that off, and I'm going to replace that old seal with the new one. So I'm getting ready. I've got the plug back in. I'm going to tighten it up now, and I'm going to use a torque wrench. I checked out what the torque is supposed to be set at, and I know a lot of guys that just will do it by hand. Myself, I don't want to do any guesswork. One, because I don't want to over tighten it. I want the seal to be doing its job, and two, I want to know that if I'm on a long ride, really any ride, that is torqued and I'm not going to have any oil leak issues. Okay, well, we're almost done here. I got the new filter on and the plug in, and filled it with oil. One thing to note, the owner's manual on my Harley says once the filter makes contact with the housing that you're to turn it 3/4 to 1 full turn and leave it at that. That's a really good recommendation. Again, you want the seal to do the work. You don't want to pinch that seal, because then you'll start having oil leaks and things. So that, like I say, that's the new one on. Okay, doing the final check on this. No oil leaks there. We'll go around to the front and see if there's any oil leaks on the filter. No oil leaks there either. Everything looks good. We'll check the oil level, make sure it's good, and we'll get going. Went out for just a little bit of run, and now I want to check and see what this oil is looking like. And it is spot on, right where we want it to be. So that is a great sight. So one oil change down and ready to roll.